So today we're going to be testing out ChatGPT projects that's just come out from OpenAI this month. It was a new announcement. They basically said it's an easy way to organize chats, share topics or context in 4.0, and it's now available in ChatGPT Plus Pro and Team users globally, but they're going to bring it to enterprise and edge users in January and to free users soon. So this is coming out for free users too. And you can see a preview of exactly how it works, what you can do, etc. Has some really exciting use cases that I'm going to run through today. Basically, we've got a full guide as well on exactly how you can use it step by step, but I'll be showing you exactly what this does. If you want to know, okay, what are the features here? So for example, basically you can group files. So they've said projects provides a new way to group files and chats for personal use, simplifying the management of work that involves multiple chats, right? So if you have multiple chats around the same project, you can keep everything neat and tidy in one single place. And also you can have like chats, files, custom instructions in one place too. And then you can create a new project just like you can see right here. So for example, you could have a productivity app, or you could have a ChatGPT project for each website that you work on, etc., each client. And you can see how it works step by step right here. These conversations share context with uploaded files and custom instructions. So it creates more context between each of the conversations you have in projects. And this also supports Canvas, ChatGPT data analysis, DALL-E and search, which is pretty useful too. One of the best things about this is you can set up custom instructions. So for example, let's say you're writing for a client, well, you can insert the client's details inside there along with uploading your own files inside the project. So that would be pretty simple and easy to do. And you can see here as well, even if you had like multiple sites in multiple languages, that sort of thing, you could use this. You can upload files to the project. So for example, like images, code files, documents, plus much more. But we'll be running through exactly how you can use it and some use cases in a minute. Plus you can move like all your old existing chats into the same project too. So let's get straight into it. We're going to open up ChatGPT now, blast it open, and we're going to start up a new project over here. So you can see how it works. Basically from here, what we're going to do is we're going to plug in our project. So let's say, for example, it's like SEO for protein powder website. And let's say you had a client or a website in the protein powder niche, then you could put in SEO for that, right? Create a project, and this just groups everything together because on the chat inside ChatGPT, everything gets lost, it gets quite messy. Usually if you have a previous chat, it's quite hard to go back and find it. You can search, but let's be honest, most people are not using it. I don't use it anyway. And so this is probably an easier way to organize everything. And then from here, we can add some custom instructions. So let's say I'm writing for my own website. What I could do is I could actually include these custom instructions, and now we've got those custom instructions inserted right there. Or what you could actually do is you could upload as separate files all the different prompts that you have for content creation, keyword analysis, etc., and then insert these inside the file section. And then inside the chat, we can just do this however we want. So for example, if we're like, okay, let's go into the sitemap, we can grab that from the URL list, put that into a separate document, and this just helps us keep everything neat and organized for one website, right? So for example, if we download that, then we'll go to ChatGPT, we'll add the file from our sitemap. So we've got the sitemap file right there. And now we've got the custom instructions for content creation. We've got the project files for internal links. And if we say, for example, keyword equals, and if we just edit the source context inside the custom instructions so that this is personalized and tailored to my brand, etc., then we can have a go at seeing how good this is for creating content. So we've got the custom instructions, the project files over here. I'm not sure 100% if it's going to work. I'm not going to be SEO. But we can just test this out and see how it goes. What I did notice in the output is that it didn't personalize it to me. So I'm just going to put that inside the custom instructions right here, hit save, and let's see if this works second time around. You can also like archive chats and stuff as well. So like, for example, this chat was not particularly useful, so we're just going to delete it. So I actually tweaked the custom instructions a bit further just to make sure that it really was personalized to me. Otherwise, it doesn't seem to do it. So you really got to spell it out to ChatGPT. This is 100% not AGI, mate. It's not taking anyone's job anytime soon from what I can see. But you can see, for example, now it's written the content as me. It's tailored it to me. But here's the other interesting thing as well. So I actually got the sitemap that we talked about earlier and then inserted that throughout the content, as you can see right here. So it's included the relevant anchor text with a link to my pages. And these are not hallucinated at all. They actually work, which is great. Then it's tailored everything around what we offer, why me, etc. It's demonstrating my expertise. I'll show you exactly how we got the output in a second. But essentially, if we go back here and we'll tweak it more and we'll create something more advanced in a minute. But basically, let me open up these custom instructions right here so you can see how we did this. So I basically said, you are Julian Goldie. And then I put, if I give you a keyword to write my article, and then it is an important part that you want to include is like talk about me and demonstrate my expertise throughout the content. and use relevant internal links throughout my sitemap attached in the files. And then we've got the content prompt down here, so it's pretty good. One thing that I want to test actually is I'm going to go back to one of my old SOPs that's tested very nicely, and then for content creation do this. And that seems to work a lot better, to be honest with you. So we've got the project files right there. Now what I also think would be great is if you could actually attach some style guides inside the project files as well. So let's say, for example, you had some branding guidelines for your business, or you've got like different styles of how you want everything to be written and communicated clearly, then you could add that inside the files here. So for example, what we could actually do is we could go into ChatGPT and say, give me some branding guidelines for my SEO agency, Goldie Agency, and content writing guidelines. And then from there, we can grab some style guidelines just as a sort of template, and then we can upload that into ChatGPT inside the project file section right here. And then, for each client or each website that you're creating content around, you can use that and just always come back to that project. One thing that I would say though is if you've created loads of custom GPTs like me, the project section is right down here. So you have to scroll all the way down. I would just bookmark it and come back to it. Honestly, I think that's a much faster and easier way to do it. So if we take these branding guidelines, like you see right here, is a totally random example, we'll create a doc around that called branding guidelines, download it in Google Docs, go back to ChatGPT, add that file in, and then inside the custom instructions, we can say, use my branding guidelines attached to hit save. And then if we just go back and try this now, we're getting something that's much more personalized to us, right? All the articles that you create for this website, they're all inserted. All the internal links are ready to go as well. Your custom style guides, etc. are all in there. Additionally, you can see it's got your internal links inserted nicely here too. So it's pretty useful for sure. And then if you actually click on this, you can go back between the previous chats. So that's pretty useful to see. So you could say, yeah, and then you just build this up gradually. I can imagine it compounds pretty quickly. If you improve this 1% every day, you're just going to get better and better outputs. And between the project files and the custom instructions, you're good to go on that. Now, what you could also do is, for example, you could grab some content that you need to insert internal links into. So let's just grab this random article here. And if we say insert internal links into this doc, what you can see is it's actually inserting the internal links from our sitemap directly into the content, and we didn't need to prompt it or anything like that. We just literally copy and paste and give it a simple prompt like insert internal links into this doc. And then if we check if the links actually work, you can see, for example, this internal link right here, it's actually referenced the document that it got the internal links from, and then it's inserted a relevant internal link to our page, right? For actually automating internal links, it's pretty awesome. For writing content, pretty good. And then for rewriting content as well. For example, if you have old content you've previously written, and then you have a new sort of way of writing that content, then you could run it through this project and re-optimize it. So for example, if you had like some guidelines on semantics and how you optimize for that, I know, for example, like Corey Tugberg, I think he has like a document with 200 guidelines on how to write content last time I heard, then you can upload that into your project and then re-optimize your content semantically based on those guidelines. And it's got the custom instructions about you, it's got the project files, and it's good to go. Another use case that I can see with this is not just for creating content and SEO and internal links and all that sort of stuff, or re-optimizing content, but additionally, you could use this as a sort of massive content machine across your whole brand. And what I mean by that, for example, if we just rename this project, I'll show you exactly how you can use this step by step. So what we can do, for example, is, okay, let's take this prompt for email copywriting. We'll attach that as a file. And then I've also got some guidelines for writing shorts, for YouTube shorts. So I'm going to take this prompt to automate that too. We'll grab that prompt, as you can see, go back into ChatGPT, upload that as a file, and let's test it if it works, right? So let's say, for example, you've created a piece of content, you've got your blog ready to go. Now I'm going to say, okay, now using the project knowledge, write a short script plus an email for this blog, right? And so you can quickly turn that one single piece of content that you had previously into like multiple different ways of syndicating it into different content and different content formats, right? As for example, if we have a video on our YouTube channel or a blog post, we'll turn that into a short, as you can see right here. So we release daily shorts to get thousands of views. We'll turn it into a Twitter thread, as you can see right here as well. And then just use it. And even on Twitter, we get like 5,000 views per post. So using these methods, you can quickly take one single piece of content and then chop it up into like 10 different ways of syndicating the content across all these different platforms so that you can reach more people, right? And so that's basically the method we use in a less efficient way across all our platforms, right? And you could easily do this inside a content machine directly on ChatGPT projects, and then build out everything that you need and want. And like I say, if you want all the prompts from today, that'll be included in the video notes. You can get that link in the comments description to the free SEO course, and then you can grab that. Let's check this prompt to see how it is. So that could easily be like a YouTube short script or a Facebook ad even. And it's created 3 different versions, as you can see right here. So here's version 3. And then additionally, you can see it's created the email copy as well, using the methods that we gave it. And you can actually see whether it's used the information that you gave it. So you can see, for example, it's referenced the branding guidelines, the prompts for email copywriting, and the prompt for shorts, right? You can quickly build out something that's super impressive using these methods. So just to recap, you can add custom instructions in here. You can leverage project files, like for example, branding guidelines, all the prompts for different platforms so that you can easily create this stuff, internal links. Here's another thing that I want to test as well. So I actually have a list of like banned AI words that are not good to include inside content, because obviously if it talks about this digital landscape or let's dive in, etc., then these are just like little red flags that are very obvious signals that your content is AI generated. And so when you're using the content machine, you could actually upload that into the project files. So let's upload the AI words right here. And also just note that you can upload CSVs. It doesn't have to be a Google Doc. And then inside the instructions, we'll say avoid any of the banned AI words attached. And then each time we're creating content across any of the platforms that we're trying to create content around, we just avoid the AI trash, the AI fluff that we typically don't like to include inside our content. So now if we say, okay, keyword equals SEO agency London, for example, we can just avoid the AI fluff words. I can't see any on the page. I would have to double check, but you can see how you can quickly build out just a super powerful machine. Even inside the content here, it's actually linked to a case study of ours for a client, and it's picked out the relevant anchor text. We didn't even have to think about the internal links, and it's all just set up and ready to go in like the space of 10 minutes, right? So it's really easy to get this set up. Better content than we would do normally. And I would say the main benefit of all of this is that you're just building out more and more context, right? The more context and the more information that these projects have to work with, the more effective they're going to be. For example, okay, here's the negative AI words to avoid. Here's how we like to write shorts. Here's how we like to write email copywriting, right? And just imagine, for example, if you had someone started in marketing for you, trying to remember all this stuff and trying to figure out all the systems, it would be a total mess. But you can train ChatGPT to do this in like the space of 5 minutes. That can create content for you, and it would save you a lot of time on training, right? And additionally, if you had someone working in your team who's creating content, they could come straight back to this project instead of relying on you to train them, right? And if they have any questions, they can just ask here, and it will pull out all the information from your documents to train someone up quickly. Additionally, you can select between Canvas as well. So for example, Canvas is probably one of the best ways to write content, in my opinion. So if we put, for example, SEO agency London using Canvas, then that's actually going to write the content inside the canvas. So not only do we get the internal links, the personalization, the branding guidelines, the information about you, etc., and we avoid all the negative AI fluff words, but on top of that, it's going to be much easier to edit inside Canvas than any other platform. So thanks so much for watching. That's ChatGPT projects and how I would use it for SEO. So we've talked through custom instructions, prompts, loading content examples, knowledge bases, etc. If you want everything that I've talked about today, including all the negative AI words, the content creation prompts, the prompts for shorts, emails, etc., content create, and a step-by-step SOP of exactly how you can use this in a very organized way. And if you want the SOP on exactly how to use this step-by-step, feel free to get that link in the comments description to all of this. What I'm actually going to do is I'll plug this inside my free SEO course, link in the comments description. And this free SEO course, it comes with over 200 lessons on how to do SEO, including keyword research, content creation, SEO link building, content humanization, along with quality control, topical maps. And if you go inside the SEO system section in this category right here, scroll down and you'll find the ChatGPT projects video notes from today, along with all the prompts, along with all my other stuff, right? So for example, if you want to learn how to diversify your traffic, SEO niche research, all my free SEO tools, etc., you can get all of this inside my free SEO course. And not only that, my friends, if you want to get a free SEO strategy session, feel free to book that in. We'll show you how we take websites from 0 to 145,000 visits a month and generate thousands of dollars in sales on autopilot. On this free link building acceleration session, you'll get a free SEO domination plan to discover the secrets of link building. We'll answer any questions you have one-to-one. If you jump on that call, if you have questions, feel free to ask them and learn the best link building strategy for your website. So that's custom tailored to you with a custom game plan. You'll learn how to quickly outrank your competitors to link building and how to 10x SEO traffic based on what's working for us. Bear in mind, this would normally cost thousands of dollars. I know there's other SEO agencies out there charging for this sort of stuff. We just do it for free because we want to help you. So feel free to put in link in the comments and description, and hope to see you on there. Cheers. Bye bye.